As leaders, we want engaged employees that own their work. However, there's a piece of language that a lot of leaders don't recognize has a profound impact on that engagement with employees. We call this the Righting Reflex. The Righting Reflex is when we come in and we want to fix something. We see something that's not going the right way, we want it to change, and so we come in and we tell the employees how to fix it, what to do about it, what the solution is. And when we do that, we actually have an opposite effect of what we're hoping for. Normally, what happens when we come in and get into fix-it mode, and we apply the Righting Reflex by telling someone to fix something, they end up going the opposite direction, or we get some resistance or pushback, or possibly we don't engage them the way that we could have. Here's a case in point. I had an employee one time who was one of my all-star employees. Everybody knew who this employee was because he was just such a great employee. Always got stuff done, made things happen quick, and I rarely had to worry about him when I asked him to do things. However, there was one day I found out a problem within a computer program that I needed fixed. Now, this is a program that I had worked on and knew very well myself. However, he was the one that ran the program at this time, so I went over and I talked to him, told him what the problem was, and I told him how to fix it, because he was relatively new to managing that program. Well, he told me, yeah, I'll get that done. And I left. I went back to my office. A couple days went by. I checked in with him again. And I said, hey, where are we at with that program? He said, oh, yeah, definitely. I'm going to be getting on it. I said, okay, perfect. So then another day or so went by, and he came by my office about a different problem, and I checked in with him about the one I needed him to fix. And I said, hey, have you gotten this completed yet? He looked at me, he says, oh, no, I haven't gotten to that, but it is on my list. I will be getting to it. And then I realized I was doing the Righting Reflex because I was telling him how to fix it. I was telling him what to do about it. So I stopped, paused myself, and I asked him, hey, how would you fix this program? And I took the time to actually explore with him what he might do. He told me a great solution I hadn't thought of. Not only did it fix it, it also made the program much more superior and user-friendly. I said, great, yeah, make that happen. And he said, okay. And he left my office. I think maybe an hour or so passed before he came back in my office. He's like, whoa, guess what? Get on your computer, get on the program. He's all excited, showing me what he was able to build within the system. Now, true, I could have come down hard on him when he still didn't get something done, and I could have started giving him deadlines and been a bit stronger. However, if I had taken that course, one, he still would have built what I told him to build, instead of building the program that he built that was better. Two, he may not have got it done as quickly as he did. He may have put it as not a top priority. And three, the engagement. It was so clear that he owned his work at this point. He was engaged with it. He was excited. That's because I explored with him his ideas and solutions, instead of me telling him what the solution is and telling him what he should do about his work. It had a profound difference. He still would have got the project done as I asked him to, but the benefits outweighed greatly compared one way versus the other way of engaging with this employee. There's a reason why one supervisor told me at an app company I was working with in Colorado that the Righting Reflex was actually the most critical thing that she learned from the training. And I asked her, well, why is that? And she said, well, once I learned what the Righting Reflex was and what to do differently, I could pause myself when I wanted to get into fix-it mode. And then I would explore with the staff what they want to do. It made the most profound difference in the work environment. The team literally changed the dynamics of how we worked on projects, and we were highly successful.